Also, any clues you find during your search will be recorded by yours truly.
So you could throw them up later, I know.
It will all materialize once you get to the mystery labyrinth later.
I don't want to go back there anymore. Someone will die once the mystery is solved.
You are so naive, having sympathy for the criminal you're catching. What place is suspicious?
Inspect an investigation marker to gather information to solve the case. New solution keys can be acquired by advancing the investigation. Character controls, confirm. Can I look around the room first?
I see. What's up?
Why are you staring at a wooden box?
No.
I thought there might be a clue related to the case. It's covered in dust, and there's no evidence it was moved. Probably not relevant, right? Listen, last time we didn't look under the bed or we didn't look in a locked room. The killer was kind of there. Let's look somewhere else. No, open the box. What's the worst that could happen? This is creepy. I'm not one to like porcelain dolls.
So this is the only window. They've installed shutters instead of glass. The shutters look new despite the building's old age. It must have been added later on.
Why?
The window's big enough for someone to fit through.
Is it automatic? Note the door was locked from the inside at the scene of the crime. The only window was shuttered and also locked from the inside. As there are no other entrances, it seems to be a completely locked room. This matches the nailman's modus operandi.
According to the Peacekeeper report, the shutters were already closed at the time of discovery. So they've been left alone like this.
Hey, how about you try opening them?
It won't open. It's locked.
What's the light at the bottom?
Were the shutters locked when the body was discovered?
How do we open them? Maybe there's a secret password or something.
No, I don't think it's a password. Hey, there's a latch on the left side. I think I can move it.
Okay, it's not automatic.
All right, it opened. The latch was pretty light. It can be easily adjusted.
Okay.
It's rather high up. It's above the 3rd floor on most buildings. It's impossible to jump off from here. Even if you tried climbing down, there's nothing to hold on to out there. You can see the big clock above, but there's nothing really suspicious here. It'd be difficult for the culprit to get in and out from here. What's that sound? Oh, it's locked again.
Oh, it's so loose that it locks when it closes. Snap's no longer a locked room. Open it, close it, it locks.
Master, why are you still playing with the shutters?
This is important information.
No, that's not it. Now it won't go down. I get it. This shutter stops once it goes all the way up. But when set halfway, it's designed to fall down with its own weight. And if it goes all the way down, it automatically locks.
I don't get it. You're really fixated on these shutters. I'll make them a solution key for you, just in case you open a shutter shop one of these days.
There's something under the window.
What's that? Did you find something interesting?
What's under the window? Under the window.
The bottom of the window is wet.
Maybe some rain got in when you opened the window earlier.
No, the parts starting to dry are leaving stains. This didn't get wet just now.
Then maybe it's the tears from the nailed dolls. No more horror stuff!
More dolls? Here too? These two are lined up and nailed together. Huh? What's this? A yellow thread is attached to the nail in the doll.
A yellow thread. He pull himself out and in?
On a closer look, it seems the thread left marks on the nail. What could it mean?
This is suspicious. You should remember this.
Interesting.
There are dolls nailed all over the walls and floor. What a ghastly sight. All the dolls here look antique. They're looking at me as if they're full of hate.
It would have taken a ton of time to do all this by hand. Why would the culprit go to the trouble to do this?
Maybe it's to link it back to the urban legend about the Nail Man.
All you need to do is write down the name of someone you wish dead. Someone you hate so much you could kill them. Then make a doll resembling that person, nail the name tag to it, and leave it at the forest behind the church. This summons the Nail Man, who will kill that person for you. Or so the legend goes. Whoever is killed by the Nail Man is pinned by countless nails.
But why would the culprit go through so much trouble to imitate an urban legend?
Or maybe it's the real Nail Man. Now I'm scared. I told you I'm not good with occult and horror stuff. Oh.
Okay, body. Body.
I guess I'll have to search the body, huh?
The moment we've all been waiting for. You're lucky you got here before they took it away, aren't ya?
I can't stomach calling myself lucky when I think about the victim. This is definitely a real corpse, and not a doll. I don't know who this woman is. The Peacekeeper report didn't include any details. But no matter who she is, she didn't deserve this!
Cut the chatter, Master! Hurry!
This is terrible. The body is covered in nails pinning her to the floor. What's this? There's a mark on the neck.
Signs of a struggle?
It looks like a rope burn. The vertical scratch marks were made by the victim as she struggled. A victim usually ends up with marks like this when they thrash around while getting strangled by a rope. It's fairly typical when it comes to strangulation victims. Seen it a bunch of times.
So she was killed by strangulation? The Peacekeeper report didn't say anything about the cause of death.
I wonder why. It should have been easy to figure out. They didn't investigate at all! They got the chance to see a corpse up close, and they blew it!
In any case, finding out the cause of death is huge.
Is there anything else in this room? No. Door?
This is the only door in the room. The lock is broken.
The lock is broken? Probably when the Peacekeepers kicked it down. Did my sister what? I don't know this woman.
They say the door was locked from the inside when the body was discovered. That must mean the Peacekeepers broke the lock to get inside. So the inner lock is the type where you turn a latch. I don't see any evidence of it being tampered with. There's a keyhole on the outside of the door, but it's filled up and rusted.
Oh.
This didn't happen recently. It may have been like this way before the incident.
Hey, why is the keyhole plugged?
They might have figured it was unnecessary. The inner lock is probably left over from when the room needed both locks.
Either way, it doesn't seem like we can open it with a duplicate key or anything.
There's no gap when the door is closed. It'd be hard to tamper with it. The only way to unlock this door is to turn the latch from inside.
Okay.
That should be enough.
Maybe that's all the investigating I can do.
And that's a wrap!
But can we go upstairs? We had the option to go upstairs. An investigation can be ended once An investigation can be ended once you're finished examining everything. Feel free to stop whenever. Oh, I have to leave the room. Where else can I investigate? Okay, let's do one more walk around.
What's up?
Why are you staring at a wooden box?
no.
I want to open it. It's important. There's a reason. There has to be a reason why I can look at it. We looked at under the window. We looked at the window. We looked at these dolls. We looked at the body. I guess that's it.
It's a corpse.
That should do it for the investigation for now.
Yeah, I get it. Without a doubt, this murder crime scene is a locked room mystery. It's an impossible crime. The door was locked from the inside, and the only window had shutters that were also locked. It's a locked room mystery.
So cute. It's not the word I would use, but okay.
What are you doing?
I'm taking in this luscious locked room atmosphere.
Anyway, let's leave before the peacekeepers come. They just cause more trouble for us.
Huh? Oh, right.
There are other places I want to look, though. Can we go upstairs?
Speaking of which, what's this ladder over here?
Should we take a look?
Yes.
There doesn't seem to be anything suspicious about it.
I think that kid said his dad was here to fix the clock.
Oh, so that's the clock. Was he about to head back home after fixing it? Or maybe he was just about to start fixing it.
Probably doesn't matter either way. Nothing matters to me besides the locked room mystery.
Well, I'll think about it later. Let's leave this place for now.
That place is gonna be important, I bet you any money. We should have probably checked to see if the clock was working. Oh, they're still passed out. We can keep looking.
Oh, it's you.
Over here!
Huh? What's the matter?
What's up? Find a body or something? Over here!
What'd you find? Oh,
How far does this go? Over here!
I
Are you
get
keeping
it.
up,
I'm
Master?
following. Wait, wait. There's a memory. There's a memory. Hang on. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Okay. Sorry. What, kid?
While you were checking the clock tower, I took a look around the building, and I found these.
Footprints?
Ooh.
Maybe these belong to the culprit.
What? The culprit?
I'm not sure. Let's check. There are a set of footprints on the wet ground near the wall, but it's only the heel portion. The only thing I can discern is that they weren't sneakers. They could be loafers, but the footprints seem strange.
Oh? What's strange about them?
Look, the footprints are facing the wall.
Yeah?
This looks like whoever made them was walking toward the wall.
You're saying the guy disappeared through the wall? We're dealing with wall-facing man now? First the nail man, and now this? It's a phantom party!
And the end right under that window. Is this just a coincidence? Or does it have something to do with the murder?
What do you think? Are these the footprints of the real culprit?
They could be. Did you find any rope, honey?
Well, to be honest, there's not much I can say with just this. At the very least, I hope I can prove the footprints aren't his father's. Hey, what kind of shoes does your dad usually wear?
Huh? His shoes? He usually wears sneakers. He was wearing them today.
Does he ever wear loafers?
Sometimes, but not usually.
He would be one thing if he didn't own a single pair of loafers, but I can't rule him out yet. Still, I wouldn't want to waste the kid's discovery of these footprints.
In that case, I'll remember it for you.
We should hire that kid.
So, do you think you can find the real culprit?
Yeah, I think. Maybe. I might need a little more time, though.
I see.
Oh, but don't worry. I'll find a way.
Thank you.
I know he's worried about his dad. If he really is innocent, I want to prove it. While I'm at it, maybe I should ask him more about his father. Did you notice anything different about your dad this morning?
My dad went out late last night to work on the clock, so I didn't see him this morning.
He was out since last night. So he stayed the night here?
That's his job.
His job is to repair clocks?
He doesn't just repair them, he also sells them. Watches and wall clocks, too.
Oh, so he's a watchmaker.
Wait, the Peacekeeper report said his occupation was unknown.
Maybe it's more convenient for them if they intend to declare him as the culprit of the Nailman murders.
Oh, he's getting framed as the culprit. They made up their minds and dropped the investigation.
Does your dad also manage this clock tower?
No, he only checks on that clock once a year. But yesterday, he got an urgent request to fix it.
From who?
The clock wasn't keeping time, so he was called to repair it. My dad is usually happy to repair any clock, but he always grumbles about how much he hates the clock tower.
He hates it? Why?
Because he's afraid of heights.
Oh.
He's scared of even climbing up the clock tower, but he bites the bullet and does his work without looking outside.
A fear of heights. He's afraid of climbing the clock tower and refrains from looking outside, so it sounds serious.
Master, you're improving so much thanks to my training. You're even getting better at pretending to think.
I'm not pretending. I'm serious here. I hear noise outside.
I hear talking. Maybe those guys woke up.
We might want to run away.
Let's take a look.
If all the Peacekeepers wake up, they'll be sure to pay you back for this.
They're still passed out. Uh-oh. I found them like this, I swear.
Everyone, please wake up. This is Amaterasu Peacekeepers, Investigation Team, Section Chief Seth Burrows. You're late. Please wake up. This is Amaterasu Peacekeepers, Investigation Team, Section Chief Seth Burrows.
Hurry and wake up. Everyone, listen closely.
My ears.
It appears there are fools in town who do not comprehend the majesty of the Peacekeepers. Many of them have been eliminated already, but I've heard some outsiders have recently arrived. Go find witnesses and extract information to see who has interfered with us. They may still be nearby. Capture anyone that even appears suspicious. Oh, and did you clean up the body at the crime scene? If not, then hurry along with that. The rain in this city makes bodies rot quickly. You better hurry or it will putrefy.
To speed this case along, we need to quickly deal with that nail man we arrested. We should even consider a public execution.
Without a trial?
An execution? What do we do? At this rate, my dad...
This Seth guy doesn't care about the truth. He just wants to wrap up this case as soon as possible. In this city, what they say becomes the truth.
Please! Please save my dad!
The only way to save your dad is to catch the real culprit. I can do it. Leave it to me.
Really? Thank you!
But first, we have to leave this area before they find us.
I know a secret way out. You can pass through here to get back to a street in Genma district. You might stand out if you're with me, so I'll go a different direction.
Are you sure you'll be okay alone?
Yes, I play around here often. Please help my dad.
Yeah, just you wait. I'll bring some good news soon.
Cute kid. Where's the plank that he pointed at? Over here.
Who knew some brat would save ya?
So now what's our objective? I can't take the bus. Weird. Just leave. Okay, cool.
You sure you want to be so quick to make promises?
I'm not very confident, but I can't ignore someone asking for help. If no one else is willing to listen, then it's up to me.
Wow! Get a load of this big shot. Didn't expect that from you, Master. But how do you plan to find the real culprit? You can't investigate the clock tower with the peacekeepers around.
We can go to the labyrinth.
By the way, you can't use the mystery labyrinth yet. Not enough clues.
Oh, dang it.
If you jump into the labyrinth now, you'll be lost forever. You need to gather more solution keys.
Well, I'm glad she gives us a warning before we decide to jump in.
I don't ever want to go back there anyway.
Then, how do you intend on solving this?
There is one way.
You're gonna rely on that one, huh? Always depending on someone else.
Alana?
What was the spot again? Something about a cafe?
Look, a cafe.
If you let them take the lead, you're gonna be out 5 million yen, right? Do you have that kind of money, Master? Or are you gonna go into debt?
I have 0 money.
Alara, please, help me!
If Master is bowing to show respect, I guess I better do the same.
They can't see you.
Please, for both our
Oh
sakes!
my gosh.
You're 30 minutes later than expected. So, do you have the cash?
I I don't have any on me right now, but I will eventually.
Very well. I don't require you to have it immediately, but you will pay me 5,500,800 Yen eventually.
That's not how much you told me initially. I would have remembered a very specific number like that.
Huh? But you said it was 5 million before.
Did we collect interest in the 30 minutes you were waiting for us?
It's an additional fee for making me wait.
Yeah.
And for the coffee.
For the coffee.
I told you, I don't work for cheap.
Oh, come on.
So ruthless. A greedy little money demon. I think I'll call this one Hell Aura.
Hellara.
I won't force your hand. Whatever you decide is up to you. While you think it over, I'm going to order some cake.
They really are a nightmare.
Wait, do I have
Do I have to pay for the cake too?
Of course. I'll add it to the bill.
All right, I'll pay you all 5.5 million and 800 Shin. Got it? Please don't have the cake.
It's a deal. You made a wise choice. I have no obligation to help others, but I work sincerely according to the payment I receive. That is my pride as a detective. I will be your eyes and limbs, and help solve this crime with everything I have. However, know this. You must be the one to complete the boy's assignment.
Me?
You are the one who was asked to solve this case. All I will do is provide support. You may be a trainee, but you are still a detective. Once you have taken a job, you must finish it. In other words, as of now, I have taken up a position as your assistant.
Really, Halara? You'll be my assistant?
Of course. I'm here to assist for your case. Just rest assured in the cards you've been dealt.
All right, thank you.
Master has no memory and no guts. And now he has no money either.
I had no money to begin with.
Talk about a triple threat.
Oh, be quiet. So, what do we do now?
To confirm, our target is the true culprit of the Nailman killings, correct?
The Peacekeepers have decided that the boy's father is the Nailman and arrested him. But I refuse to accept that outcome.
After we finish the investigation, we may find out the boy's father is actually the Nailman.
If that's what you conclude, then I'll believe you, Halara.
Believe? What a foolish line of reasoning. To believe in another is the shallowest concept one can uphold. All people lie. All people change their minds. As a detective, you must suspect all others. Even me.
Yep, a detective must doubt everything.
Still, I will believe what you say, Halara. I trust my instincts on this.
Out of the question. A detective must never overlook a mystery. Any and all truths must be exposed. A detective must always prioritize solving a case. Emotions must be discarded to reach a perfect solution through a perfect deduction.
That's the WDO's.
You're free to think of me as you wish. However, the truth must be found with your own eyes. Otherwise, there is no point in continuing as a detective. Do you understand?
Yes. Continuing as a detective. I still haven't found meaning in being a detective. What's Halara trying to make me see? I'm no good at this.
A naive guy like yourself might be incompatible with such a straight-laced detective like this one. Maybe someone totally unmotivated would be better. Like that guy sleeping under the piano.
It would be helpful if I knew what their powers were.
Vivia? I'm not sure if unmotivated is the right word.
Anyway, Master, I've been wondering, is this Halara person a man or a woman?
Now that you mention it, I have no idea.
Well, their character card said they're non-binary.
If you're ready, we'll start the investigation. I won't allow time to be wasted.
Oh, right.
You missed your chance to ask. But then again, I also don't really care.
You finished investigating the clock tower, didn't you? Now we will investigate the past Nailman cases.
The past ones?
These are serial killings, aren't they?
Oh, so you want to investigate the past murders as well?
And through investigating each one, we can conclude if the boy's father is really the culprit or not.
Oh, but we don't know where the other crimes took place. Should we ask around town?
One of them took place in the art gallery.
I already know. There are at least 3 additional
Three
crime scenes.
additional crime scenes?
A secret club in Kamasaki district, a mansion in a high-end residential district, and an art gallery in Ginma district.
Huh? When did you find that out?
You think I did nothing while waiting at the cafe? I prepared by gathering intel in order to move the investigation along.
That's amazing.
With my logic, anything is possible. But before we head to past crime scenes, the Nailman urban legend requires more research. Let's visit the legend's main stage.
The main stage?
The forest behind the church?
Oh, you mean the church?
I have yet to pinpoint the church's location. We should ask someone to guide us there.
Then we should ask the chief. Oh, I totally forgot about him. He told me to gather everyone.
Right, we were supposed to have a morning briefing.
Lara, let's go back to the office for now. We're already way past the meeting time.
Very well. We can ask the chief to take us to the church.
Whoops. Can I take the bus? Conai Ward. Riverbank. I can't take the bus? Currently unable to travel by bus. Fine, I'll walk there. I'll use my feet. Walking is healthy, this is true. Shinigami did say taking the stairs is also healthy. How's it going, Niall?
Come on, Master! Do you have no sense of direction?
Or did I go in the wrong direction? I need to go down. I'm going the right way. I just took the long way. You're good. Hope I'm still loving the game. I'm still loving the game. I'm waiting for the prompt to say, would you like to save? And then we'll continue tomorrow. We're investigating a crime scene.
It's the peacekeepers.
Oh no.
Stay hidden.
Huh? Oh, right. Chief. And that peacekeeper from the clock tower.
Is he carrying flowers?
Seth Burrows. A high-ranking peacekeeper. He's quite infamous for being sly and persistent.
BSI, the anime.
Well, we sure got some heavy rain again, huh? The humidity makes my hair fuzzier than normal.
I don't care.
Huh? What did you say?
I don't care. More importantly, you sent your detectives to interfere with the Nailman case, didn't you? We have witnesses.
No, I just happened to stumble upon it.
Nailman. Now that you mention it, there was a case like that before. Oh, wait, no, I don't know anything.
This flower, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Huh?
Created by Amaterasu Corp's research, this precious work of art is adapted to Kanai Ward's environment. But unfortunately, once picked, it can only maintain its beauty for 3 hours. When something beautiful withers, it fills me with an inexplicable sorrow. I feel so sad that... it makes me want to sink a ship.
I don't follow.
He's saying you have 3 hours to find us.
The Nailman affair will be handled by the peacekeepers. You and your team will withdraw immediately. Bring in the detectives you sent out. The Peacekeepers will take custody of them.
Hold on. I don't know what detectives you're talking about, and I don't know where any of them are.
I'll wait until this flower withers. You have 3 hours. I'll not wait a second longer. If you fail to meet my demands, you will suffer the same fate as this flower.
Fine, I get it, but can't you give me more time?
TikTok.
He's gone.
Chief Yako, are you alright?
Oh, Yuma. And Alara, too. Yeesh, this is bad. Listen, the Peacekeepers just came by.
I know. We were watching from over there.
Huh? You were watching? You couldn't at least help me out.
No. Then we would have gotten arrested.
Hold on. Are you two the detectives they were talking about?
I'm sorry. It's a long story, but it was probably us.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Why? What's going on?
It's exactly as the Peacekeeper said. We are currently pursuing the Nailman case. We'd like to search around the church. I was about to ask you to take us there, but you seem rather busy.
Yeah, I'm real busy now, thanks to you two! You're gonna keep investigating? Not gonna help your chief out of a jam? Look, we've got 3 hours before I'm taken away. If that happens, the last detective agency in town is done for.
Would you rather hand us over to the Peacekeepers?
Who do you think you're talking to? I'm the chief. I'd rather turn myself in than ever sell anyone out. Though, I wouldn't want to do that either, if I'm being honest. Never mind, forget what I just said.
Man, he does not know when to stop.
What should we do, Alara?
There's only one person who'll be taken into custody. It's not the chief, not us. It's the Nailman. You will find the real culprit and turn the murderer over to the Peacekeepers as originally planned. With enough evidence, they will have no room to reject the truth.
But we only have 3 hours.
3 hours is more than enough. I will give my utmost effort as your assistant. With my logic, anything is possible.
I don't really get it, but it seems best to leave it to you two. You said you wanted to go to the church? Let me mark it on the map. It's for the best that I don't tag along. If we're seen together, things will get even more sticky.
Fair.
I'll be right here, waiting for good news. I'm counting on you.
Got it. We're off.
3 hours. You've got 3 hours to solve the case.
We got this. 3 hours, no
Seriously.
pressure.
I'm counting on you. There's still so much I need to do.
Kai Colin is his name. When his father has time off work, they always play catch together. Aww. Bus fare is fixed at 200 Yen. Oh, am I wasting money taking the bus? Kanai Ward. Off limits. Off limits. Where is the church? Oh, it's not far.
You can get to the church from Kamasaki District. Time is short.
Let's hurry! Come on, over here!
Over here. Thank you for leading the way. I can read a map
To the church!
sometimes. Ugh. The only church in Kanai Ward, a dark forest sits behind it. Ominous?
So the Nailman urban legend originated at this church.
There aren't any ghosts here, are there? It's safe, right?
What's the matter, Halara?
I hate churches. I find them devoid of value.
Huh? Why is that?
Because prayer is obviously inferior to payment. Just look at the tragedies the city has seen. There is no God to save you. The lost lamb should look to detectives for help instead, don't you think?
I don't know about that. Depends on the individual.
Forget it. For now, let's talk to the people around the church.
Will they even listen to us?
They can't say no if we say we're on assignment for the Peacekeepers.
Is it okay to lie like that?
Whether it's okay or not is secondary. Our priority is to solve the case.
Either way, we're getting arrested.
In order to achieve that, deception is at times required. Now, let us educate those who are here that their true savior isn't beyond the rain clouds.
What is it you wanted to speak about?
None of you look generic, so you must all be important.
I've already spoken to the Peacekeepers a bunch of times. How many times do I gotta say it?
Hasn't the culprit already been arrested?
Well, I don't mind. I have time to talk.
How long are you going to stand around like some tombstone? Our time is short. Why do you think we've gathered them here?
Oh, yeah. We have to question them, right?
It's your move. Play your card.
Do I really have to do this? I guess Halara seems intent on being the assistant.
In my opinion, it'll go much faster if Halara did this, Master.
But I have to do it. No point in wasting time thinking about it.
They're probably gonna charge me extra if Halara does the questioning.
Time for an investigation.
Left to right.
And you are...
I do the odd jobs like cleaning around the church. I also care for the forest.
Do you know anything about the Nailman?
I often patrol the woods, but I'm usually asleep at night. When morning comes around, there are dolls nailed to the trees. It's tough to clean all of them up. I've never seen the Nail Man himself, but I've seen people enter the forest plenty of times.
Have you ever talked to them?
I have, but they typically run away. Some get surprised and leave their nails and doll behind. I chase after them to give them back their dolls, but I'm never fast enough. They always get away.
That makes sense with a body like that.
I understand. Thank you very much.
Shinigami, that's rude. Ooh, rank up.
Are you the priest of this church?
That's right. My family has served this church for many generations. Though I only became a man of the cloth in recent years, the blood of martyrs spanning centuries dwells within me. Thus, my existence is but a piece of the eternal prayers offered. That is my mission, as the divine has guided me to do.
I don't get why, but he sure seems proud to be a priest.
Do you know about the Nailman?
Of course. I have no idea how that rumor spread around. Perhaps it was even started by a wish made by those seeking salvation, which created the fantasy of the Nailed Man.
Salvation? The people of this city must be crazy if they look to the Nailman for salvation.
Hey, that actually sounds kind of cool. I know how they feel. I want to tie you up and go to a world where it's just you and me, Master.
No, thank you.
Isn't it basically already like that? You are...
What happened to your arm?
What are you, blind? I'm a nun, obviously. You got some nerve, calling me here out of nowhere. Do you know how busy I am with choir practice? I'll kill your ass in the name of God!
Sorry.
She's the type my master has trouble with.
I'll have you know, my dad is a higher up at Amaterasu Corporation.
The nun is looking more and more suspicious.
I don't care if you're on a mission from the Peacekeepers. If you piss me off, Papa will make you regret it.
Right. I'd just like to ask some questions. I'll keep it quick. Do you know anything about this nail man?
You mean the guy nailing up dolls? Well, I have seen someone going into the forest late at night. Whenever I've gone into the forest afterward, I usually find dolls nailed to the trees. The dolls have names written in what looks like blood. It's creepy as hell, really. In other words, it's totally metal.
I see.
Is that something a nun should be saying?
By the way, what happened to your right hand? Did you get hurt?
Hey, don't stare. It's nothing.
Well, what happened? That's all I'm asking.
I went a little overboard while practicing an instrument.
What kind of instrument?
Instrument?
I'm working on this new thing I call
Death metal choir?
I was messing around on the bass and, well, you know.
Is that your dominant hand?
What kind of question is that? You want to die or something?
Oh,
It is her dominant hand. I'm sure of it.
I see.
What kind of shoes are you wearing? Boots?
Excuse me, but you are...
Do you even have to ask? You know who I am.
No, I don't. That's why I asked.
Huh? No, I think today is the first time we've met.
What? You're investigating the nail man and you don't know who I am?
What's that supposed to mean?
This must be the clergy member on the report who was the first to find the body.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right! I was the first on the scene.
Right, it was on the report. I'm impressed Halara was able to realize it so quickly.
I've been attending every day since I was first baptized here as a child. That's how pious I am. But I don't work here, so it's not like I'm a clergy member. I just love mystical places like this. There's an otherworldly feeling to it, you know? I love researching this type of stuff, which is why I've been keeping an eye on Nailman activity for a while now.
So, you know a lot about the Nailman.
That's an understatement. In fact, you could say I'm an expert in Nailman research.
In that case, what do you think about the clock tower murder? Though it seems the suspect has already been arrested.
I think he was framed.
You too? Me too.
You do? Then who do you think the real killer is?
The real Nailman, obviously. The Peacekeepers are making a big mistake. Listen, the Nailman exists. The Nailman is summoned through a ritual and commits murder based on a sacrificial doll.
That's impossible.
Yeah, I get it. You probably want proof. In that case, look for a doll in the forest. You'll find a nailed doll with a name tag for the Dark Ceremony. Whoever's name is on it is the Nailman's next target. Just follow someone in town with the same name. If you're lucky, you might have a run-in with the Nailman.
I only have 3 hours, sir.
Unfortunately, I wasn't so lucky. I've missed him by just a hair 4 times already.
I see. So you can guess the next victim based on each doll's name tag.
I was so close at the clock tower, too. I found someone whose name matched a name tag and figured out she was heading to the clock tower. I called the Peacekeepers and entered the clock tower, but I was too late. Damn it! If only I'd acted sooner. I was so close to meeting the Nailman.
Guess he just wants to meet the Nailman and doesn't care about preventing the murders. So he's an occult enthusiast? Seems like a huge weirdo.
I've talked to everyone. Halara, is there anything you'd like to ask them?
only end your turn once you've secured a shot at victory.
Does that mean I should gather more information? What else should I ask about?
About past Nailman murders, about the dolls, if anything strange has happened, about the suspect. About the past murders?
There have been several Nailman cases in the past, right? Does anyone know anything about past cases?
You know a lot about these things, right?
Yeah, you can ask me anything about the Nailman, including all past cases, obviously. I was the first to find the body every time.
Suspicious.
Huh?
Every time?
There's no reason to look surprised. I already told you how I did it. I find dolls with name tags in the forest. Then, I look for whoever's supposed to be the next victim. But every time I find a victim, they're already dead.
Being the first on scene each time sounds super suspicious.
You think I'm suspicious, don't you? I suppose you would. The first person on the scene can always lie and say they discovered the body in a locked room. But the thing is, I've never been alone when I've discovered a body. All of the crime scenes had no way in or out, so I'd open them with someone nearby, or by asking the peacekeepers.
So the body's discovery was never done alone. If that's true, then all the rooms really were locked.
Master, why don't you ask for more details about past cases for now?
Can you tell me more about each case?
There have been 3 Nailman cases in the past 6 months, excluding the one at the clock tower. The first happened 6 months ago at a secret club in Kamasaki district. It's essentially a members-only casino. The victim owned the place. At the time, the Nailman was just a name you'd sometimes hear about in urban legends. But I had a personal interest in the Nailman, so I started researching him. And then it happened. I came across another murder while investigating a name tag I found in the forest. I knew then that it had to be the Nailman.
And that crime scene was also within a locked room?
Yeah. All of the Nailman crime scenes have common characteristics. There's always a corpse and doll coated in nails. And also, the murderer leaves no trace behind. Isn't that bizarre? See why I'm so interested in the Nailman?
I totally get it.
Don't empathize with him.
The secret club was the first locked room mystery. As for the second, it was at a mansion in the residential area near Ginma district. About 3 months ago, the owner of the mansion was murdered in the building's study. The crime scene again took place in a locked room with a corpse and doll covered in nails inside. Considering all this, there's no doubt it was committed by the Nailman. By then, I knew the legendary Nailman had descended upon Kanai Ward. The third locked room mystery occurred a month ago. A woman was killed in an art gallery storage in Ginma district. It also featured a body and a doll covered in nails in a completely locked room. And today, the fourth locked room mystery happened at the clock tower. That's every single Nailman case. At least, for now. I'm sure the Nailman will continue on. He will enact revenge for the people of Kanai Ward.
Okay, what about the dolls?
That reminds me, is there any information about the dolls used in the Nailman ceremonies? I know a few have been found at the crime scenes too.
You find that stuff in any doll shop.
Doll shop?
Huh? You haven't seen one? What are you, a foreigner or something? Around here, all the craft shops have been selling fancy dolls for a long time. They were mostly souvenirs for tourists. But that industry is long gone now. Some places still sell them at steep discounts just to get rid of their stock. If you know where to look, you'll see mountains of illegally discarded dolls all over the place.
I see. So they aren't much of a clue given how easy they are to obtain.
Okay. Anything strange happen?
Has anyone noticed strange things happening near the church lately?
Wow, what a vague question.
Oh, now that you mention it,
What is it? Please, any small detail will help.
Something strange was burning in the incinerator earlier.
Oh?
What do you mean by strange?
Like, I thought it was
A
a rope.
rope
But
in
all I
the
can say
church
is it looks
incinerator?
strange.
Can you try drawing what it looks like? It does look like some sort of bizarre rope.
It's a ladder.
It's like a centipede with legs missing from one side. Looks delicious.
I was worried that it wasn't supposed to be burned. So I tried to take it out. But I was too late. It was completely incinerated.
Old bread, eh?
I asked around to see if anyone knew about it, but everyone claimed they hadn't thrown away anything like it. The incinerator is surrounded by a locked fence. Only clergy can access it.
So, no one here recognized it?
I don't even work here in the first place.
Only clergy can access the incinerator, but no one claims to have thrown it away.
I don't know if this has anything to do with the case, but something's fishy.
It's the nun. She probably burned herself. About the suspect?
A watchmaker was arrested earlier. He's suspected of being involved in the mailman incident. Does anyone know anything about him?
Then again, the nun could be just like she could be a red herring. I don't think it's the clergyman. He just had bad luck and is a fanatic.
A watchmaker? You mean G.A. Colin?
Are you covered in rain or are you sweating?
I've asked him to fix the church clock several times. To think that he's the mailman.
Well, it hasn't been proven that he's the culprit yet.
Oh, I see. But if it were him, no one would blame him.
What do you mean?
This city has completely changed. Everyone is seeking salvation in some way. The Nailman was born out of our situation.
You mean the mailman is what the people actually wanted?
Many would certainly deny it, but the nailed dolls continue to appear in our forest. If the Nailman acts as their agent, then they are also the Nailman. In a way, that's how I see it. What do you think?
It's true. The mailman could be seen as a savior to some people. After all, he kills the people you want dead for you. I mean, the victim had it coming for doing something worth getting killed over, right?
I think I've asked about everything I wanted to find out.
Looks like time is almost up. Let's get going.
Was that okay?
Yes, it will suffice. Thank you for your cooperation. You should study their faces well. They may end up being accused of the murders. Huh? You need to remember every face, so you can spot them, even if they flee through a crowd.
Wait! Do you mean the actual culprit is one of them?
Perhaps. There's not enough information yet to act on. We have no time to waste. Let's investigate the other crime scenes. Best not to scramble what little gray matter rests in your head. So let's examine the crime scenes chronologically.
Okay. Well, the first murder occurred at...
Mansion... Secret Club. Secret Club.
It's the secret club in the Kamasaki district, right?
Correct. Let's hurry. I won't allow time to be wasted.
Secret club, and then the mansion, and then the art gallery. An illegal members-only casino located in Kamasaki District. One can enjoy slots, roulettes, card games, and many games have obscene rates, and cheating is rampant. Okay. My love story with my Yamada-kun at level 999? No. Is that a newer anime?
Halara? I've been thinking. The first incident was 6 months ago, right? If we go to the crime scene now, there's nothing left to investigate.
There's nothing left to investigate for the crime, like the crime itself, but you can see the locking mechanisms in the room, right?
You think it will be a waste of time? There's no need to worry about that.
So, you have a plan then?
What? You're working with Halara Nightmare. What more could you possibly ask for? Now, let's be swift.
Huh? Right.
I don't really get it, but talk about confidence.
Then again, it's been 6 months, so they could have changed the locking mechanisms.
I smell a mystery. I'm all...
This appears to be the crime scene, but it's sealed off. They've left it like this for 6 months?
No doubt they've shirked their obligation to clean up. I suspect the peacekeepers are lazy to a fault.
I guess we're going in.
It's open. Let's go inside.
Oh, how convenient. It's comedy romance anime. Is it from this season? If it's from this season, 100% have not watched it. What service is it on? There's nothing to investigate.
The peacekeepers may be sloppy, but even they wouldn't leave the crime scene completely untouched. The body was probably found around here. The victim's name is Suguma Iho, an old man who owned this place. His reputation left much to be desired. This place was an illegal casino operating at obscene rates. Even the cheating was rampant.
You sure know a lot about it. When did you...
I found it out reading the loading screen.
I told you, I gathered my own intel while waiting at the cafe. The real interesting note is that this crime scene also had no way in or out. At the time of discovery, the door was locked from the inside.
There aren't any windows either, which is expected given that it's underground. There are air vents, but they have secure covers barring entry. Besides, no one's able to reach that high up.
No windows. The only way in and out is the door that was locked from the inside. It's a locked room mystery. Locked room mystery.
But there's not much more to investigate. We don't know what state the body was in at the time of discovery.
I told you not to worry. The conditions have all been met.
Conditions?
Don't tell me you've forgotten I'm a master detective.
Oh, your forte.
My forte is post-cognition. The power to see the past.
Ooh, handy.
However, it can only be used at murder scenes. To be precise, I can only see how the crime scene appeared at the time it was first discovered.
No, but that's still really handy because it was 6 months ago.
Another way to describe it would be as crime scene limited psychometry, if that's easier to understand.
That's amazing! It's like the perfect forte for a detective.
My power allows me to see the moment the first witness saw the crime scene. Not the culprit, not the victim, but how it appeared when a third party first entered. The memory or perception of the witness does not affect my post-cognition. What I see is what actually was there. When it comes to my power, the witness is not a camera or a recording device, but rather a trigger. Perhaps the best way to think of it is like a bookmark stuck between the pages of when the body was found. Well, there's no point in wasting more time explaining. Let's have a look.
That power sure is convenient. Explains all the confidence. It's similar to the mystery labyrinth, where I recreate the crime scene in your mind. But now it's done in the real world. Although, it is limited to both the crime scene and the moment of first discovery.
But still, it's amazing.
On the other hand, my master's got nothing. Why is life so unfair? Now I'm angry. Master, can I nibble on your heart to help cheer me up?
Of course not.
I need my heart, thanks. Alara, can you do the thing?
What?
I'm investigating. Don't interfere. Look around the scene in the real world until I'm done using my postcognition. What? I can't experience your postcognition? I feel robbed.
Postcognition. I wonder what it's like. All I can do is wait for the report.
Well, do I have some good news for you.
What is it this time?
Master, try to remember. Did you feel anything back on the Amaterasu Express?
Yeah, I felt a super hearing person and radar dude.
You know, when the other master detectives used their powers?
This sensation. I felt it when Aphex used his powers. Somehow, it feels like I can hear what Poochie hears. Right. I can sense whenever a master detective uses their power.
Yes, that's it! Maybe your coalescence will work now.
Coalescence.
Coalescence?
Simply put, it's the ability to share someone else's power. On the train, you only felt the resonance of other people's fortes, but its true function is to share their powers.
Wait, then that means I can also see the scene in the past with Halara? That's amazing! Is this your ability, Shinigami?
Something like that. But there are conditions for it to activate. You must kiss someone to share their ability.
What? No, that's a completely different anime. That's, what's his name with the 7 witches?
What? Kiss Halara?
Ha! I lied. Oh, did you blush? Did you really want to? You still don't know if Halara's a boy or a girl.
Oh, quit messing around and tell me how it works.
You need permission from the person sharing the ability first. Then, you must hold hands while the ability is active.
But we weren't holding Aphex or, I already forgot her name's hands.
That's it.
Okay, I can do that. Halara. Halara?
I need you to be quiet. I'm concentrating.
Sorry, but there's something I want to ask.
Fast forward.
Coalescence. Hold hands. You and me.
Yes, that way I'll be able to see the past too. I think.
My sources made no mention of such an ability. In fact, you're just a trainee.
Yeah, but I just remembered I had it. Anyway, we don't have much time. Let's try it.
I have no intention of getting friendly with you.
Oh, it's not like that.
I despise you.
Huh?
Just the thought of holding your hand makes my skin crawl.
I didn't know you hated me so much.
Let me be clear. I don't just hate you in particular. I despise all of humanity equally. I don't trust anyone, except the dead.
I had a feeling. Halara must be a demon straight from hell.
Then why did you choose to help me with the investigation?
As I told you in the beginning, I always work sincerely for the payment I receive. as long as you promise payment, I will promise my utmost efforts as a professional.
Then please, hold my hand. It's necessary for the investigation. You can add this to my bill if you want. You'll agree then, right?
Fine. If it's what I must do as a detective, then I have no choice but to agree.
Are we allowed to move? Does it break the illusion if we move?
I can see it. Everything looks different than a moment ago. Incredible. So this is post-cognition.
Can you really see it? So your coalescence is real. I didn't expect you to already have your own forte. Well, this does save me the trouble of reporting it back to you, but it's quite inconvenient to keep our hands joined. Very well. Go ahead and lead the investigation.
Me?
If you can see what I see, that would be for the best. I'm only acting as your assistant, after all. This is quite the bizarre crime scene. But unusual crime scenes are expected when you work for the WDO. Now, let's see what you're capable of.
Okay. Wait, everything's the way it was. There's a glass on the counter. It has a thin layer of dust, so it could have been there since the incident. A key was in the glass at the time the body was discovered. If you want to investigate, we should use post-cognition. A key? Right, got it. There's a slot machine here. It's been untouched for a while, so it's covered in dust. As far as I can tell, there are no traces that could be related to the crime.
Well,
if you're curious about the scene at the time of the discovery of the corpse, use post-cognition. Right, I'll give it a try. Wait.
I have to say, post-cognition is amazing. You can see the exact crime scene the moment the body was first discovered.
How do I... Did I miss a button?
Were you born with this power?
my forte is no ordinary superpower. It is a highly refined technique heightened through training.
So you weren't able to use it in the beginning?
I could, but initially, it was just ordinary psychometry. Since I was young, I would often get sudden glimpses of the past, as if I was experiencing a flashback. After a while, touching people or objects resulted in visions flowing through my mind. I only learned it was a form of psychometry after growing older. In the WDO, simply having psychometry as a trainee grants you preferential treatment. But I was not satisfied. I believed I could use this ability more effectively as a detective. And through painstaking effort and training, I gained this ability in 3 days.
3 days?
3 days?
As I told you earlier, this ability can only see when a corpse is first discovered. It can't be used from the culprit or victim's viewpoint. It is only when a third party first witnesses a crime scene. There are conditions for my post-cognition to activate. First, I must be standing at the crime scene. This condition is absolutely required. I must also know the victim's name and face. That's why prior research is crucial. Lastly, post-cognition is only effective in a 10-meter radius around the body. At this time, I can only see the crime scene and the victim. I can't see any living things that were at the scene.
So if someone was hiding in the room, you wouldn't be able to see them?
No. My ability isn't so good at detecting people.
Still, this is incredibly effective in investigating murder cases.
Feel free to summon me whenever you need my help. Of course, I don't work for cheap.
You're not gonna change your mind on that, I guess.
But how do I use it? Oh, post-cognition.
A body. I see a body. The murder scene through Halara's eyes is completely silent. There are dolls nailed to the walls and floor, and a corpse pinned down with nails in a similar fashion. This all feels like a dream. It doesn't seem real. There are abnormal decorations all around the crime scene. And it's so quiet.
Doll on the wall.
I knew it.
Sure enough, the secret club has dolls nailed to the wall, too.
Yeah.
That must be the nailman's calling card. They're nailed into the wall seemingly at random, facing all directions. I can't find a pattern. There's nothing that can be connected to the culprit. Let's try checking someplace else.
Hey, this vent. The cover is in place, but it hasn't been screwed on.
So they got out through the vent. They vented.
Which means it could be easily removed, right?
What are you doing? You can't touch what you see in post-cognition, even if you happen to be 3 meters tall.
Oh, I see. But I think this will be an important clue. The vent is about 40 by 30 centimeters. A thin adult can probably pass through.
Okay. Corpse.
It's a man's corpse. He's probably around 60 years old. His body is pinned against the wall with countless nails. There isn't much bleeding, so the nails must have been hammered in after he died.
You're starting to get the hang of this. Not too shabby.
He also looks like
There
he's
are
been
marks on him,
strangulated.
Signs that he was strangled. The vertical scratch marks were probably made when he resisted.
The most basic of basic observations. Well, at least you noticed.
It's thanks to everything I taught you at the clock tower. I'm such an awesome mentor.
This situation is identical to the murder at the clock tower.
The culprit first strangled the victim to death, and then decorated the room afterward.
But why?
Nothing else here. Release?
By the way, Yuma, did you notice the nail below the vent?
Yes, actually.
Below the vent?
Well, like someone climbed up. Look, they're bent.
Huh, some of the nails are bent downward. Maybe they were hammered in a hurry.
Or perhaps there's another reason.
Another reason?
They climbed up. Let's check over here. Let's use post-cognition.
Yeah.
The slot machine is spotless. Looks like it was well taken care of. There's nothing here of interest.
Yeah.
Seems that way. Let's check someplace else. Right. There is a key.
Oh, there's a key in the glass. Is it the key to the room?
Seems like it. By the way, being an illegal casino, the security was extremely tight. There's only one master key. It's also a special key that can't be duplicated.
If it was thrown in from outside the vent, it wouldn't be inside the glass.
I mean, unless they're a wicked good basketball player.
So this is definitely another locked room mystery! Hooray! I'm so glad I met you!
Nothing else there. Release. Check the door. The chair is knocked over. Could this be evidence of a struggle between the victim and culprit? I don't know about that. The culprit could have knocked it over on purpose to throw off the investigation. There's not much we can get from it over the fact that it's knocked over. Let's check elsewhere. Right.
The lock is broken. Maybe someone broke it and forced their way in, like at the clock tower.
Peacekeepers?
But from the looks of it, there's no sign of the lock or door being tampered with.
I think that's everything?
I think that's about it.
I think that I've checked what I can here. End investigation. I didn't check the table. Uh-oh.
That should do it. There isn't much else to investigate. I've never experienced this before, but it's surprisingly convenient to be able to share my post-cognition. It's exhausting to explain what I see to a client.
Really?
People do not believe what they cannot see. I have often been called a liar.
I suppose fortes aren't always convenient.
We still have locked room mysteries to examine. The second incident was at the mansion near Ginma District. I have an idea of where to go. Let's hurry there. The building we're heading to is accessed through Ginma District. Let's hurry there.
Where? Ginma District. I don't even know where I'm going. Where am I going? Ginma District. I could take the bus. Let's take the bus. We're going to a fancy smancy mansion. So far. A mansion located in the high-class residential district on Montclair Street. The owner of the mansion made a sizable amount of money through real estate dealings. A man around the age of 30, an endless sea of rumors surrounds him. A request? Who has the request? What do you need? Navy blue head to toe. I will try to remember that. Hanai Station.
There's a large mansion beyond the gate over there. I wonder if that's the second crime scene.
That's probably it. Let's go inside.
It's closed, as expected.
Are you sure?
Lara just do anything that they want.
looks like a haunted mansion.
I hope there aren't any ghosts around. I have a feeling they'll appear this time.
I've been meaning to ask, but aren't you kind of a ghost yourself?
The incident occurred about 3 months ago. The victim was Ali Hohen, the owner of this mansion. He had no family and lived alone. The mansion is now empty and dilapidated. The crime scene is in the study near the back. Let's go. The Nailman killings had another common factor, besides the locked room. The first person to find the body was always the same person.
That worshiper from church? Do you suspect him too?
What he said did make sense. He's been obsessed with the Nailman and had access to the names of potential victims. It's not too surprising for him to be the first on the scene each time.
I guess I shouldn't assume things going into this.
That's right. It's down this hallway. The crime scene is in the room on the right side. There's little time. Let's head straight there.
Ha! Think you're partners now just because you held hands with my master? I'll have you know, Master and I are connected on a much deeper level.
Yeah,
Sounds so
one I don't want to remember,
suggestive.
thank you.
Feels like a jump scare's coming up.
Really? Oh my gosh. Sometimes you're cute.
So this is the study where the crime took place.
Oh, it's open. I wonder if the lock was broken at the time of discovery here too. There's nothing left here either. It's all cleaned up.
I don't want to do it, but I suppose I can share my post-cognition again here.
Who's been feeding the fish?
Are you sure?
Don't make a big deal out of it. Just make it quick.
You investigate. That's a huge fish tank. Set R.
The crime scene of the murder is vividly brought to life before us. It all happens in silence, as though awakening from an eternal slumber. But the corpse will never wake up again. Even if the corpse did awaken, the nails pinning him down would prevent him from rising. The door is the only entrance and exit to the room. There are no windows and the vent is small. I don't see any escape routes from the locked room. Maybe the doll nailed to the wall holds the answer to this bizarre mystery.
Secret doors? What's that? Whoops. Not important.
Oh!
The lamp's light is pointed at the table. It probably wasn't turned on at the time. I don't see anything suspicious. It doesn't seem like the lamp is related to the case. Darn it. There's a huge tank here, but there aren't any fish inside. Living things can't be seen through post-cognition. Doesn't have that ability. The projector is installed in the center of the bookcase. It wasn't on when the corpse was found. You'll never reach it, Master. I'll check it out for you. Well, did you find anything unusual? Nope. Everything is extremely usual and unrelated to the case. Okay, well, this point of view was useless. Oh, shoot, what's this? There's a switch for the projector on the desk. Looks like it was set to off when the corpse was found.
Let's check every nook and cranny.
Gosh, this is creepy. Porcelain dolls.
There's only one doll nailed to the wall. Comparatively, there was a nearly obnoxious number of dolls nailed to the walls in the other crime scenes.
Because they didn't want to bring attention to one particular doll?
Maybe there was no room to nail them to the walls because of all the bookshelves in the way? Wait, this doll has both eyes gouged out. Did the culprit do this on purpose? This keeps getting more and more disturbing.
But it's kinda creepy cute. I want to put one next to the top of a staircase so people can run into it at night.
Why would you want to do that?
You know, this doll seems made of cheaper materials compared to the other ones.
Hey, you're right. Like it's made of resin instead of porcelain. The texture looks cheap, but also more durable.
Too bad it doesn't have eyeballs.
The eye holes are connected to each other in the head cavity. It's like that darkness is staring into me. Huh? There's a mark on the edge of the eye holes near the nose. Looks like a string rubbed against it. How did this mark get here? Yeah.
Even in the past, several books line the shelf. I checked, but it doesn't seem like anything's different between then and now. In that case, it's probably not related to the case. So if I release this, can I... do I not have an option to look at the wall?
What does that mean?
There's an expensive looking landscape painting, but it's tilted. I wonder why. Is there anything behind it? Could this be related to the locked room?
It appears.
Doubtful. Judging by the marks on the wall, I'd say this painting was hung at an angle. Oh, thanks for the hydrate, Tommy. And the peacekeepers must have altered it by mistake during their investigation. How confusing. A series of books is arranged neatly on the shelf. There's no indication the books have been moved. I don't think they're related to the case. I agree. Let's look somewhere else. I want to look behind the painting. Like, that's highly suspicious. Body.
Right here.
The victim was a well-built man, approximately 30 years old. The corpse here is also covered in nails. His appendages and chest are all nailed to the floor.
The owner of this mansion made his fortune in real estate from an early age, but along with aggressive land sharking and other illicit transactions, he made shady deals with Amaterasu Corp. There are several reasons he'd be hated. A doll with his name on it was bound to be nailed in the church forest.
I wonder how the person who cursed him feels now that he's actually dead.
Perhaps they feel no responsibility. They just hopped on the urban legend bandwagon.
Is that really the case? Wait, this is odd.
Did you find something?
Look closely. The length of the nails driven into the corpse are all slightly different.
The length isn't the problem here. It's how hard they were hammered in.
What do you mean?
The nails driven into the lower torso went through the body and into the floor. But the nails in the upper torso did not penetrate all the way through the body.
But why would the culprit not hammer the nails in as hard on the upper body?
That's not the only unnatural thing. Take a look at the blood. The nail wounds on the lower torso appear to be bleeding sideways.
What?
But the upper torso wounds are bleeding vertically down toward his waist.
The blood flows differently between the upper and lower body?
Maybe the upper and lower torsos are different people, and they were smushed together after death.
No. No. They probably hammered the upper torso when he was up against a wall or a tree or something. And that's why they didn't go all the way, and then when they moved the body, they hammered the legs to the floor.
That's disturbing. The cause of death here appears to be strangulation as well. And like the others, there are rope marks around the neck and traces of a struggle. Oh, but on a closer look, there's a mark left by a thin string on the back of his neck.
It couldn't have been the rope that was used to strangle him. The thickness is completely different.
There are two different types of string marks on the body. Was he strangled? But even then, it'd be odd to only have marks behind his neck. And why do the strings have different thicknesses?
Anyway, it's an important piece of evidence.
Interesting. That's everything. That's not everything? What else can I look at? The door. A vent.
There's a vent, but it's too small for a person to fit through. And it's also screwed shut from the inside. It seems impossible to remove.
Oh, what's this now? Master, I discovered something. There are marks in the gap between the fence, like something scraped against it.
Really?
But given your height, you couldn't see it even if you stood on a chair.
Halara, can you use that chair to peek into the vent?
I will do so for 10,000 Xian.
You're charging me for it?
I jest. The marks in the vent seem to be left by strings rubbing against it. Did someone hitch a string to it or something? It shouldn't even be visible from your perspective. I'm surprised you noticed.
Oh, it was just a hunch.
See? I told you I'm useful. I do way more than just float around. You should give me 10,000 Xian as a reward.
I'm getting a headache.
The door here can only be locked with a key. However, there is only the master key. No spares exist. The scenario resembles the locked room mystery in the casino. We can disregard the possibility of a duplicate key. The master key was found in this room at the time of discovery.
Where?
This is also similar to the locked room mystery in the secret club.
But there is one difference. The key was found underneath the corpse.
Oh, interesting.
Under the corpse? But we can't move the corpse in the past, so we can't confirm if that's true.
Post-cognition isn't all-powerful, but it's a fact that the key was found under the corpse. I have a crime scene photo, taken back then, in my jacket pocket. No detail has slipped past my efforts.
Right. Huh? What's this?
It's an orange baby.
Wait, not that one. I meant the other photo. This one's unrelated to the case.
Oh, they're a cat person.
Oh, this is it. You're right. The key's near the middle of his back. But can this photo be trusted? Could it be something the peacekeepers fabricated?
The peacekeepers acknowledged the incident occurred in a locked room. Besides, there's no need for fabrication. After all, it would be more convenient for them to have fewer mysteries to deal with.
That's true. Sorry for being doubtful.
No, that's expected of a detective. You're starting to figure out how to do your job.
Was that a compliment?
Is that really all it takes to please you?
Also, I drew a sketch of the room's state on the back of that photo. Remember it well.
Yeah, okay. But why a sketch? How can it help solve the mystery? Also, what was with that cat photo anyway? That's surprisingly cute.
Aw. Save your game. I forgot. I need to save my game. Cannot save now. Oh, okay. Sorry. Get out of post-cognition. Return. Now can I save? I can't save in an investigation state. Okay.
Looks like there's nothing left to check.
Yay! That's an A-okay for the investigation here. One more scene.
Now we've gathered enough evidence. Though it appears complicated at first glance, the answer is simple.
Just like good old days back in college, only sleep a little bit. You sleep for like 3-4 hours at high school? Yeah, that was me.
Huh? Halara, did you already solve the locked room mystery?
What? You haven't?
There's no way to solve it with what we have. How was the room locked?
It's unfit for one detective to ask another that question. For the sake of your own pride, you must figure it out. Unless you'd like to hire me to do it for you. It won't come cheap.
I'll figure it out myself.
It's really all about the money with Halara.
The longer I'm with Halara, the deeper into debt I'll get. It's starting to scare me.
Now, let us be swift. Next up is our last crime scene.
Wait!
Wait for me! I gotta save my game.
The next one is the art gallery in Gima district. We're running low on time, so we must hurry.
Right. The chief's in danger after all.
So Ginma district, we also need to go to the Ginma train station and find that one woman's father. We're on the right side of the street. Probably gonna force our way into the art gallery because that's just how Halara do.
So this is the art gallery. It's closed due to special circumstances.
The murder occurred only about a month ago. But I'm certain the crime scene has been cleaned up like the others. Not that it matters to me.
I'm still going inside
Wait!
regardless.
It's not a good idea to break into the art gallery.
Too late.
Did you say something?
That's our Halara.
The crime scene is deep inside the art gallery. It's one of many storage rooms. Come, I won't allow time to be wasted.
Wait, please!
The premier art museum in Kanai Ward, located in Ginma district. The space in front of the art gallery is decorated with a giant dinosaur fossil replica.
Is this the storage room where the crime scene took place? It's locked.
This area looks hella sketchy.
We're going in.
We're like a couple of thugs or something. Was the first on the scene the person from the church again?
As expected, it's the same worshiper. He said he was trailing the victim after finding a doll with the same name. He saw the victim enter the building late at night. He then searched the premises with the art gallery staff. When they opened this storage room, they discovered the victim's corpse. The door was locked at the time of discovery, and the key was found inside.
Ooh, another locked room mystery! That's more total! But I'm starting to get bored. It's not so special anymore.
What do you mean special? People have died. Let's start investigating.
Yes.
There's a vent in the wall. How big is it?
Post-cognition reveals the crime scene in slightly faded colors.
Oh, there's actually not that many dolls in this room.
The room looked vaguely hazy in my eyes, even with the rows of vivid paintings within the art gallery. The smell of paint oil that permeated the room wasn't that of the past, but the present. If even the smells from the past could be recreated, the stench of the corpse would be much more overwhelming.
Alright, what do we have here?
There's a nail stuck in a painting. The killer must have hammered a nail into the portrait instead of a doll. Why is there such a fixation on dolls? The crime scenes so far have all been abnormal, but this one's just sick and twisted.
So in this one, it's either a look-alike or they ran out of dolls.
Oh!
There are baskets on top of the shelf. There's nothing but dust inside. I guess it hasn't been used for a while. Basically, it's unrelated to the case.
Oh!
It's a sculpture with a sheet over it. The position was the same before and after using post-cognition. The overall shape of the sheet is also unchanged. We can assume nobody's moved it. The sculpture isn't related to the case. Alright. It's so tiny.
The only way in or out of here besides the door is this window.
That's definitely too small for a person.
The window juts out and is used as a vent. It doesn't appear big enough for someone to move through. You should check the window in the present, just to make sure.
Check the window in the present just to make sure. Oh, we're already doing it.
Currently, it opens outwards slightly, but there are no other suspicious traces on it. It seems impossible to enter or exit through here. This is...
Nails are driven into this painting of a young man. Ooh, I know this. He's one of those edgelord protagonists everyone loves for no reason. That's not really the impression I get.
I'll find out for you.
Creepy.
This is...
It's a portrait painting with nails driven into it. This picture really conveys its time period. Maybe the person depicted is an important figure from years ago.
What?
Huh? There's nothing dignified about this guy. He just looks like a regular old geezer.
You know...
The cardboard boxes are stacked up. Judging from the labels, there are artworks inside.
Yeah.
There's a layer of dust on the boxes. It doesn't look like the culprit touched them. Meaning they've got nothing to do with the case. Great. Oh, I didn't look at this corner. The scream's missing. The scream's on the ceiling. The heck?
Yeah.
A blank canvas and wooden frame have been placed on the trolley. Nothing seems to have changed between then and now. At least that's how it looks to me. It appears unchanged to me as well, meaning there's probably no evidence to be found here. Oh, all the paintings were put back here.
There are 2 keys that open this door. Only one of them was inside the room at the time of discovery.
Oh, where's the other one?
The other one was owned by a member of the art gallery staff. That staff member always carried the extra key and used it to enter this room when the corpse was discovered.
Where was the key found inside usually kept?
It's supposed to be kept in the administrative office, but it's unknown if it was always there. Maybe it was lost and the culprit found it. Or perhaps the culprit secretly stole it. Either way, the culprit managed to obtain the key somehow.
One key was in the storage room. The other key was always carried by a staff member. If the culprit is that staff member, then this wouldn't be a locked room mystery, right?
Why go through the trouble of making it look like a locked room murder if you'd immediately become the first suspect?
I guess you wouldn't.
Countered!
Oh, paint.
I've been wondering, did the culprit knock this paint can over? If so, it could have been used for some sort of trick.
It's unwise to make up your mind before conducting a proper investigation. It may have been like this before the murder. Or it could have tipped over when the discovery was first made.
Right.
You got carried away in the hopes of getting complimented. Aren't you an eager little puppy?
Be quiet.
That is everything here. So now we're gonna go and look at the body. She looks young.
The corpse of a young woman. She has nails all over her body, as expected.
The victim's name is Issa Moed. She used her good looks to have relations with many men. The amount of suspects who could have written her name on the doll is nearly too high to count.
The victim has those same marks that suggest being strangled to death. Huh? But there aren't any scratches that would have been left from a struggle. And...
You noticed as well.
yeah, there's a wound on the back of her head. It looks pretty deep.
It's blunt force trauma.
This may be the real cause of death.
Is that everything? That's everything. What else do we have to look at? We looked here, we looked here, we looked here. Did I miss something?
By the way, Halara,
I will not accept any requests to reduce your fee.
that's not what I was going to ask. About your post-cognition, what were you able to see before you specialized it as your forte for investigating crime scenes?
What is the point of this question?
Well, I was wondering if you could use your ability to look at my past.
You want to see your lost memories like that? That's against the rules. No fair!
The fact of the matter is, even if I could see your past, the information would not be of any use to you.
Huh? Why is that?
Psychometry doesn't allow me to pick and choose what to perceive. Rather, I can only see fragments flash by. I cannot consciously access desired information. It's why I trained at the WDO to develop it into a forte specialized for investigations.
Any piece of information would be valuable to me. If I can get even a little piece of my memory...
If you insist, I'll consider it once this investigation is done. How
100,000
about
yen?
100,000
No.
yen per use?
Let's discuss it later. That sounded cheap to me somehow. My sense of money is getting all messed up.
Well done, Halara! Time to investigate!
Time to investigate what? There's nothing else to look at. Hi, Ash. See, I finished checking that. I'll go around the room again. Oh, there's a painting on the floor.
A large
One
painting
doll.
lies on the floor, and a doll is nailed against the canvas. One nail goes through the head, another nail is in the chest. But the nail in the chest also passed through the circular hole on the key's handle. Did the culprit leave the storage room after nailing the doll and key to the painting? If that's the case, how did they lock the room? The key was nailed to the picture, so it couldn't have been used.
Well, that's what makes it a locked room mystery. I'm sure they figured out some trick.
And I need to find out what that trick is. This is...
The large scenic painting with a doll nailed to it. I wonder how this ended up on the floor. Is there a reason?
That's...
If it's related to the incident, there's probably a reason. Let's assume that much.
That should be enough.
I'm finished investigating here. I feel like the full picture is slowly starting to come together.
That should do it for the room. Next is the window. It would be best to check outside of it. Go ahead. I'll stay here.
Outside the window? All right.
Go outside the window.
It's fine to inspect the window, but our buddy here really insists you do everything yourself, huh?
Listen, I'd rather do it all myself than they end up charging me extra.
And my master does everything he's told, like a good little underling detective.
Halare is right. This is something I took on myself. I can't just rely on everyone else after putting on a tough front for that kid. That's why I have to do it.
Or maybe Halara's just taking advantage of you. It's obvious money is that one's only motivation.
Even so, I think it's the right thing to do as a professional detective.
Master, being overly nice for no reason is stupid. It's why you're so deep in debt.
I know, but...
What are you mumbling about? Did you check the window?
Oh, right! I'll do it right away.
I haven't even left the building.
Outside the window? Could that have anything to do with the locked room?
I wonder what Halare discovered.
You know, I think Halara is just having fun pushing you around.
Here's the window.
Well, see anything strange?
No, nothing strange about it.
I see. Try entering through the window.
It's clearly too big for that window.
What? Between the gap? That's impossible.
Just try it.
Ash is sleepy now. She is.
Okay. I can't. I can't even put my arm through this gap. I can stick a finger in, but that's it.
I thought so. Good job. You can return now.
Huh? Are you sure? Did you figure something out?
Did you not?
No, not at all. What's that about?
Uh-oh, who's that?
Hey, what are you doing here?
Nothing.
Huh? I'm not doing anything shady.
I'll call the peacekeepers.
Wait,
I'm with the peacekeepers.
I'm a peacekeeper.
Huh? Of Amaterasu Corporation?
Yes, of Amaterasu.
Amaterasu. Amaterasu.
You totally fumbled that. You're no good at lying, huh?
What did you say?
We are special investigators for Amaterasu Corporation. We are currently investigating a case. Civilians must not interfere.
Huh? Oh, right. I'm sorry.
Hey, Alara, are you sure it's okay to lie like that?
I've told you before that deception is necessary to finish an investigation quickly. By the way, aren't you an employee here? There's something I'd like to ask you. Can you bring over the staff member who discovered the body from that murder case a month ago?
Oh, that would be me.
Oh, his design is too generic. It can't be
Describe
him.
the events for us.
I'm scared to even remember it, but if it's part of the investigation, then I have no choice.
I'll leave the rest up to you.
Sure. Now, please tell us what happened on the day of the murder.
That day, I was doing my closing procedures when someone from the church appeared. He said he wanted me to help him find someone and that he knew the person was inside the art gallery. So we looked around the premises together, but didn't find anyone. According to him, there was a chance that the person he was looking for was being pursued by the Nail Man. I couldn't help but feel terrified when I heard that.
How did you notice something was off about the storage room?
The lights were on, even though they were usually off, so I went to take a look. The door was locked, so I opened it with the key I had. But I was afraid to go any further. So I let the church person go first and open the door while I watched from behind. And then there was a corpse.
Did you touch the body?
Of course not. I was too afraid and froze at the entrance.
What about the churchgoer?
He saw what happened at the doorway and didn't go any further.
Are you positive you didn't touch anything inside after unlocking the door?
Yes, but the churchgoer accidentally kicked a paint can over when he opened the door. And paint spilled all over the floor.
So that paint was from back then.
Okay, I get the picture. Thank you. You may go now.
Oh, right.
That brings all the information together. It's time to resolve the case.
Wait! I still have no idea what happened.
Time does not wait for you. Our deadline is approaching. You hurry back to the detective agency.
Huh? What about you?
Worry not. When you're in trouble, say my name. Halara Nightmare shall rush to your aid.
And gone. What are you gonna do, Master? We've checked everything we can. All that's left is to point out the true culprit, but...
If only it were that easy. I have no clue what to do.
Oh, stop being so pathetic. Why don't we go back to the detective agency for now? We might get to see Fuzzhead get executed.
No!
Oh, right. We need to help him.
Investigation finished. Hi, honey.
I need to hurry back before the chief gets executed.
Right, let's hurry. I want to know how they'll execute him, too.
No, we don't want him to get executed. I can't take the bus. That's okay. So we'll take the bus to Kamasaki District. That is the end of our investigation. So we'll continue tomorrow. We will continue tomorrow. Because Ash says it's time for bed. My goodness. She's very convincing. Hang on. Can you go on the... She's like, no, no, Mama, I go on your shoulder. Ash. Fine. Did we save? We didn't save. We just fast traveled here. Oh no.
It's about time.
Hey, wait! You said I had 3 hours, huh? My watch says I still got 5 minutes!
You need to get your watch repaired. Oh dear. The watchmaker is currently detained as a suspect. Just throw away that piece of trash then.
You need to get your watch fixed. Oh, wait. I arrested the one guy who could fix your watch. Too bad.
Besides, you're out of time anyway. Take him away.
Wait! Whoop! Yuma! I knew you'd save me!
And you are?
I was the one investigating the Nailman murders.
Oh, I see. So, you're the one who interfered with our work at the clock tower. Well, I will honor your courage for confessing and turn a blind eye to that incident. You must drop this case. If you do, we will leave without pursuing any further action.
Him wanting us to drop the case makes me want to investigate it even more. Like they're trying to cover something up. I know it.
That'd be the ideal solution for all of us. What do you say?
Denied.
Yuma, think carefully about this. Solving the case is good and all, but think about my well-being, please?
Dropping the case would end this peacefully, but still...
Please! Get my dad back from them! Please!
You may be a trainee, but you are still a detective. Once you have accepted a job, you must finish it.
I can't back down now. The Nailman killings haven't been solved yet. I will find the truth.
Huh?
Oh, you've said it now. There's no pulling out of this one anymore.
Then our deal is off. He comes with us. This is for directly interfering with our work and bringing strife to Kanai Ward.
But... Please, wait! Before you go, please listen to what I've discovered while investigating the past Nailman killings.
You investigated the previous killings. We handle all the information for those cases. Now that they're closed, there's nothing left at the crime scenes. I have no time for your lies.
The Peacekeeper report didn't say anything about the cause of death. All of the victims were strangled to death, weren't they? I suspect this fact hasn't been made public.
How did you know that?
So the cause of death was kept under wraps. I hope you see now, my investigation is legitimate. Please, let me continue. I will catch the true culprit.
I don't know where you obtained that information. However, it appears that you must be arrested as well.
Huh?
You are suspected of espionage. I believe an interrogation is in order. Take him away.
What? Wait, please listen to me!
You almost had it, but got too carried away, rookie.
Worry not. When you're in trouble, say my name. Halara Nightmare shall rush to your aid.
Was she gonna kick all their butts?
That's right!
Halara! Please help! Halara Nightmare!
They're like
It
Zhao.
appears you require the aid of a great detective.
Halara, you came for me!
Yeah, as I said I would.
You committed acts of violence against the Amaterasu Corporation peacekeepers. Not once, but twice.
Sorry! I promised to give him a stern lecture after this. Can we please keep things on the down low? Mr. Seth, are you alright?
Who do you think we are? In this town,
You are nothing but an audience. The resolution is premiering now. The leading role belongs not to you or me, but to Yuma.
Me? I'm the lead guy here?
I've set the stage for you to solve the case. The time has come for you to risk it all as a detective. Expose the true culprit.
What's going on?
I don't know why I was brought here. Can I go home?
So that's what you meant about setting the stage. I mean, Halara did suggest the real killer was among the people at the church. And now I have to point them out here?
Hey, Yuma, are you sure you got this? Are you really sure? There's no room to mess up here, you know?
Well...
What do I do? I haven't gathered my thoughts yet. It's not like I can just ask for more time here.
Yeah, I don't think so. Laura seems to know the answer already, so why don't you just pay up for it?
But that would waste all of Halara's efforts setting the stage for me.
Huh. So you want to solve this all on your own? If you can't ask Halara for help, why don't you try asking me instead?
You mean the mystery labyrinth?
The peacekeepers aren't just gonna stand by and listen to your deduction here. Things are just gonna escalate, and it might even end up with more deaths.
Oh no.
And that's where yours truly comes in. We have the information we need from the investigation. All that's left is to solve the case with the mystery labyrinth.
But if I do that...
There's always a price to pay. When I reap the soul of the true culprit, the mystery labyrinth created by the culprit is destroyed.
What happens if you just don't reap their soul?
But as a price, the source that created the mystery labyrinth also perishes.
Which means the real culprit will die.
Huh? This killer's a total psycho who's already killed many others. Why do you care so much? Do you want to solve this case, Master? What about your promise to that kid?
What's wrong, Yuma? If you don't hurry, the peacekeepers will wake up.
What is this nonsense about a resolution? I don't have time for this.
I will make you listen by force if needed. That is my job as assistant.
Well, you better hurry, or things will start getting bloody around here.
Fine.
That's the spirit! Well, Master, are you mentally and physically prepared
Magical girl section.
What?
What? You're acting like you've seen this for the first time. I love her outfit. What happened? Magical girl segment.
What's this? Has time stopped?
Whoa, Halara, you can see this?
Halara, how are you moving right now?
Yuma, what happened? Is this someone's forte?
Shinigami, Halara's in here too.
Not so.
Thought so?
You knew this would happen?
Master, you used your coalescence, remember? Your ability isn't a one-way street. You have the power to borrow someone's abilities, and you share yours as well.
Cool.
Halara wandered into the mystery labyrinth because of that effect, I think.
You're not even sure?
Who are you?
This'll take too long to explain, plus I don't feel like it.
Plus, it's against the rules. I don't even think I can tell you who she is. Yeah, she full on had a whole Sailor Moon transformation sequence. Save your progress, yes. She did that the first time too.